Hello lovely humans, welcome back to my channel. It's Loretta with Sparrowhawker Designs. I'm filming outside because it's slightly overcast, and so indoors it's even darker. So anyway, so this is an altered book. There are like a million other things I need to be working on, right? And this is what I decided to do. So it serves absolutely no purpose whatsoever other than to look at. It's not, there's no journaling. There's one journaling spot in here, and that's it. So it's not really a journal. It's just an altered book. So anyway, most of the lace on the front here came from that really old dress from the 1920s. I think I did a video. It was a haul video that I had shown the dress, and I did bite the bullet and cut it up. So just have an antique button up here. This is one of my images from my personal collection. This is a cabochon that I got at the antique mall. It was originally a pin, and I took the pin off the back and embezzled it. So I don't make a whole lot of jewelry anymore, but I still try to get my beading in, you know. Like yeah, there's some cheesecloth and some eyelash trim and some old laces and stuff like that. I made this little tassel. I used part of the fabric that I actually put on the book. So on the back, this fabric here. So, and I have sari silk ribbon here to tie it together. And I guess it doesn't. It might not go with the cover necessarily, but when I picked it out, I was thinking it would go with this fabric. So yeah, anyway. Okay guys, here we go. We're gonna go inside and look. I had so much fun with this, and in fact I kind of became a little obsessed. I just tossed aside every other project I was working on. And yeah, it doesn't close all the way, but that's okay. I actually like kind of gator mouth things, you know. So anyway, here's page 1. It says, "May your album ever shine with friendship's glittering hue, and your friends who trace a line be firm, sincere, and true." So my thoughts were with this book was that it would be like a scrapbook for a Victorian lady. These are like her best friends or whatever. So anyway, I think the only thing on here that's probably not self-explanatory is that is actually part of a used tea bag. I did quite a bit of like painting in this book. Here's some shimmer stuff. So yeah, I did a lot of painting and quite a bit of coloring as well. I think this is a Graphics Fairy image. So I kind of just wanted to use like some of my favorite things, and I wanted to use some of my favorite napkins that I never use because I hoard them, and I'm afraid that if I use them I will run out. I thought, okay, I'm gonna actually use them this time. So this page is, I made this little thing here. It goes on here. It's this little these are actually made with the, you know, when you use your tea bag and you get that little square of paper at the top, that's what these are. And I just gessoed them and then covered them in different pieces of paper. And when I put them on here, I put them on in different lengths of thread so that they would cascade. So I guess this is the one journaling. No, there's 2 journaling spots actually. So anyway, and this is just a envelope. But yes, I really liked the way that this came out. I just thought that was darling. Oh, yeah. And so then this is a tuck spot here. I don't know if you can see it, but I accented quite a bit in this book with some bronze acrylic paint. There's some tatting. This is one of my, I love this painting. And so how I did this was I took the book and I took a bunch of pages out and then I glued a bunch of pages together. So like this is, this is actually like 3 or 4 pages together. But I found out pretty soon, right about the time I got to this page, that I hadn't taken enough pages out. And in fact, if I had literally continued on with the amount of pages I had, it would have never closed. So I had to go in and do like emergency surgery on the book. So anyway, I love this. This is like her dog. This is one of those paper cups like you make in Girl Scouts. And I just think they make the neatest little tuck spots. Some sari silk here, and so this was just a combination. I can't tell you what everything came from because a lot of it was just leftover from kits. Some of it is leftover scrapbook paper, and yeah, I just had fun with it. So here's the paper doily. This is actually, now all of these images in here are from my private collection, and none of them are related to me except this one. This one is actually my husband's great-grandmother. And the quote is, "I dwell in possibility," which I think is Emily Dickinson. I did not put the name of the person for the quote because this book is not a very big book, and so if I had left, I wouldn't have had room. So, but it's for me. I'm not selling it, so I know who all the quotes are. I had a ton of fun with this page. The owl. So, I've been trying to figure out exactly what my style is because the first, gosh, 7 or 8 kind of junk journal altered books that I did were all gifts for other people. And so I tried to do it in their styles that they liked. And so I've been trying to figure out like what my style is. And my style is it's not completely grungy, but it's also not like completely girly either. So as usual, I'm weird. So anyway, this quote is, "I wish I were a girl again, half savage and hearty and free," which is from Wuthering Heights. So this just came from a book I had. I colored it. And then this butterfly, I think, was one of Graphics Fairy butterflies. Another one of my personal images here. So you can see where I got really watery acrylic, like acrylic with a lot of water, and just kind of did to make it look like it was like water stained, I guess wallpaper, I guess. And then I kind of really enjoyed the whole ripping and tearing thing in this journal as well. And this is just one of the cutouts, the punches. Here's another tuck spot with a little card. And how these are made, it's really interesting. You just take 2 sets of pages and you fold one under and glue the edges. So then you don't have to take it out and glue it back in, you just fold it under. So like if you could see under there, you would just see the regular page. And here's another punch, a bunch of washi tape. I didn't do as much stamping in this book as I usually do because I was just having a ton of fun with the paint and stuff. So this is probably, I don't know, this might be my favorite page in the book. So this is also one of my pictures, and I love this feather. I just think, how awesome is that? When you open this up, it says, "You will be too much for some people. Those aren't your people." And my mother-in-law actually sent me a card that said that for my birthday one year, and I absolutely loved it. And so as soon as I saw like this lady with this hat, that was the first thing I thought of. And so I just made a dress to kind of coordinate with the blue and the gold and the brown. This actually is part of a little girl's dress from the turn of the century at some point, so it's super, super old. I put it on a paper dress form. Put a little cheesecloth here, and this came from Pam Vanny. Hello, Pam. And I glued it on there. Yeah. So anyway, I just really, 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 really like this page here. This says, as you move toward a dream, the dream moves toward you. And that is actually a quote from, oh, I can't remember her name, a female photographer at the turn of the century. Gosh darn it, I can't think of her name now. Julia Cameron, I think. Anyway, so I don't know how much you can see. This is very, very old. This is from like the 20s. I can't decide if it wants to rain here today or not. This actually is probably a mistake putting this on here because when I tied it, it kind of bent it. And it's just paper. It's not like it's cardstock, so I might have to change that. This is one of my favorite napkins. I decoupaged it over top of some music paper. It's starting to rain. Good thing I'm under the umbrella. This is actually a painting that my mother-in-law's sister did. She's extremely talented, and I just loved it so much. I just kind of wanted to, it's a copy, it's not the original. I just kind of wanted to save it, you know, put it on display somehow, because it's a very small little greeting card kind of size. Some ruffle here. Oh my gosh, it's, it's raining. This one I loved. I liked this page a lot too. I took some puzzle pieces and gessoed them and then stamped them and inked them and that kind of thing. This says, not knowing when the dawn will come, I open every door. And I don't know if you can see it. It's got some Tim Holtz shimmer on it there. And that's actually a quote from Emily Dickinson as well, who I'm pretty sure is my favorite female author or poet. And just some flower pictures and in there. I'm going to try to hurry because I don't know if that rain's going to stay away or if it's going to actually start getting me. So this is, I love this picture. I bought this at an antique mall, and I just have never seen an example of a mother and daughter who looked more alike. Anyway, and the quote on the side is, the human heart has hidden treasures, which is one of the Brontes. And then this is one of my dad's, my dad used to deal in jewelry, and this is one of his sterling silver charms. It's 1904 Ford. So I thought that was kind of perfect. Just some dangles here. This is actually the end piece on your fabric, like your binding that tells you like what the maker is. And then this little thing here, just, this is the other journaling spot in the book. And I think I might, and I didn't realize that I left the book, the original book page up here. So it's Twice Told Tales by Nathaniel Hawthorne. I think I might actually write like my kids' and grandkids' birthdays in here. Maybe put a photo here or there. Since you know, this is for me. I tell you, I don't know how you guys create like beautiful things and then let go of them. It's very hard for me. I want to I just want to keep it. So it's some Tim Holtz tape there, and I believe this is Medieval Mirage's new kit, and I just cut one of the pages and put it in here, and some whatever, rickrack, couldn't remember what that was called. That's a Tim Holtz flower and some cheesecloth. Over here is another tuck. This is also another image of mine. And then this lady, I bought her photograph when I was in Houston, Texas last year. Put some stickles along here. And again, some more like painting and coloring and that kind of thing. And then this, I think, is Antique Papery, I think. It's not a whole kit. It was just like the ATC cards. I can't remember the name of it. But it's the Victorian houses that actually came from the Graphics Fairy. And so she made a kit. She changed the coloring on it and added flowers and stuff. And they're just beautiful. Like all, I think it's 6 of them. Maybe it's 8 of them. Anyway, so I just had to put that in here as well. And then this says, light tomorrow with today. I don't know who said that. I don't know that one. And then this, another one of my pictures, and I did some stickles around there and just some paint, some bronze paint, and yeah, that's a Tim Holtz flower. This is one of my other paper napkins that I love so much. And I think I just put it on the actual book page rather than putting it on something else first. Another tuck. And this is one of my favorite pictures in my private collection. I don't know why. It's just this group of 9 women, and they're all dressed alike, so, well, kind of alike. I mean, their skirts are different, but it makes me think it had to be like a school or a choir or something like that, and they're just so, I don't know. I just love the look of on all their faces, and this gal here in the middle, especially the way she's reaching out and holding her hand. I just love it. The original picture is very large, though. It's a very large picture, so I had to scan it and make it smaller and print it on this. So anyway, just a stamp and a bunch of other stuff. This says, "I would always rather be happy than dignified." And if you look really close, this is another one of my pictures. It says, they're holding up a sign that says, "Boy Wanted," which I think is just hilarious. So, well, some little tatting there with some stickles, and yeah, I just did what I wanted to do rather than worrying about a theme or anything. This is not one of my photos. In fact, this is I can't remember who took this picture, but it's kind of famous. It's part of that French movement around the turn of the century that actually took color photographs. So, yeah, so I think that's pretty cool. But anyway, I just love this picture. And this says, "Whatever you are, be a good one," which is Jane Austen. A little bit of trim. And then I love this painting as well. You can see the gal there reading with her dog, which I think is a pug. I can't tell for sure. Anyway, yeah, and I think like where your pages come out and stuff, I just left it looking really rustic, and sometimes I put some color in there, but yeah, it doesn't bother me. I actually really like the look of it, but it might bother other people. So if you were going to do something like this, I would suggest getting an X-Acto knife and cutting it down a little more. But I don't mind it. I actually like the idea that somebody just co-opted a book for their scrapbook kind of thing. So so yeah, see, I kind of colored in here on this one. So anyway, that's it, ladies and gentlemen. This was a ton of fun. I am going to have to fix this, I think. Put something else there. Just a ton of fun. Like I said, I was just completely obsessed with it. It's like all I wanted to do was work on this. And I have all these other huge projects I'm supposed to be doing. But, oh well. So I thought about trying to do like a craft along with me video with something like this. Decorating the pages, but I don't know. I mean, there's so many people out there doing that. I just don't know how enjoyable it would be if yet one more person decided to do it. So I don't know. I have trouble. Like I don't work real fast, and I'm not organized, and so I'm always like really envious of the people that do like the make 3 things in 30 minutes and you know, all these challenges and stuff, but that's just not for me. For one thing, I think I don't really mass make. I'm really not into oh shoot, I forgot to put this away. I'm not really into like working fast. I do this to have something to do because I love it. But I'm just so jealous of people who can do all that kind of thing. And so every time I think I'm going to make a video, I second guess myself, and I'm like, no, nobody wants to see that. So, anyway, thank you all very much for your support. Thanks for watching. Please give me a thumbs up if you liked this video or at least didn't hate it. And subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Thanks for all your support over on my Etsy. That has been really nice, especially since I'm currently out of work. So anyway, you all have a lovely, fabulous day, and I hope you didn't mind this being outside. Take care, everybody. Stay safe. Bye-bye.